What's up, everyone? My name is Colin. This is the first episode of the L8r Sk8r podcast. This is a podcast all about skateboarding and about my journey as a skater, how it's, impacted my life and shaped me as a person. I'm going to be basically just talking about myself and who I am, on the board and off the board, how I got into skateboarding, and where I'm at now. So I started skating when I was about 13 because my friend, who was a skater at the time, would come over to my house and just bring a skateboard. And this was during the summer, so, it was very hot and, it was a good time to skate. He just started coming over like with his board, and I would just be there and not like knowing what to do. I had never touched a skateboard before. Well, that's not true. I have touched a skateboard, but not like where I can do tricks on it and like ride around. He would just come over, do tricks, and I thought that was pretty cool. And he convinced me to, start skating. I had a skateboard in my garage from that my parents got from one of their friends who owns a skate park in South Carolina. And he gave my brother and I a skateboard. This was 2 years ago, so it almost just like it basically just like sat in my garage for like 2 years. I never even like touched it. I mean, I guess I kind of did, but I didn't take it seriously until 2 years later. And then from there, I just started trying to just learn how to skateboard. My friend taught me some tricks. He taught me some tips on how to, stay balanced, how to, clean your board, different types of boards, different, the names of the different tricks. I started going on YouTube, looking up YouTube tutorials about how to do certain tricks. I actually got into Braille skateboarding, which is one of my favorite YouTube channels. Not just skateboarding YouTube channels, but YouTube channels period. I got into their videos. They had a bunch of tutorial videos, and I would just be outside in the summer trying to land or just get the feel for my board and trying to land the easiest trick, which was an ollie. I did get pretty good. By the end of the year, I definitely got a lot more comfortable riding around on my board. I found it a lot more fun than I did when I first started. I would just be out, every day. And not every day, but every week. Even, in the winter. Just trying to skate, trying to get a feel for the board. And then in 2017, I started to land, I was actually able to do tricks. All in the 2018, I progressed a lot in 2018. Into 2019, I was just almost on a roll. I was, I definitely could have progressed a little faster, but I didn't think I was able to do a lot of those tricks. And my friend who brought me into skateboarding was progressing a lot faster than I was. So it made me a little jealous, but at the same time, I knew that I had to stay in my own lane. And the whole idea of skating is just commitment. And I was committed to landing these tricks. I would watch YouTube videos, trying to land these tricks. And when 2020 hit, that was when I stopped being as frequent as a skater as I used to be. Everything was basically, closed. So I definitely put it to rest. I think in the summer of 2021, I went back out to the skate park and with one of my friends, another friend. And ever since, I haven't been super active on a skateboard. I haven't skated since last summer. I still have my board. It's in my car, but I definitely could be more active on my skateboard. It's just I'm so busy with school and other stuff. But that's basically my skateboarding, I guess you can say timeline. I enjoy it a lot. I know I can make up so many excuses, but it's true. I've just been so busy. It's basically a combination of being busy and just losing interest. But I think with this podcast, I'm going to be almost pushing myself, not just trying to land, re-land those tricks that I used to be so good at back in the day, but learning new tricks. Tricks that, like, I thought that I might have, I almost landed at the time, but obviously, I can't do that until, like, I land all the previous tricks that are easier. I have to, work my way up. Skateboarding is all about, like, going on, like, a gradient, and I have to just start there. I think that as long as I commit myself to doing those tricks, I think it's going to turn out well. And so with this podcast, I want to bring on guests. Maybe I could bring in my friend who brought me into skateboarding, or my other friend who I skate with or used to skate with a lot, and just interview them and ask them, like, what was your favorite memory of me skating? We can talk about, like, what their relationship with skating is, and maybe some other fun stuff. I want to do maybe some skateboarding challenges, like where someone, like, is like, oh, do a kickflip, or not kickflip, but like do like a 180 or shove it or something that they know I can do, and I'll try to land it or something like that. That might come later, but I definitely want to be more consistent with my skateboarding and show that progression and post it on YouTube, Instagram, and try to almost like relearn the tricks and almost like start fresh, I guess you can say. And I hope that this podcast inspires you to try to learn to skate, or think about skating differently, or think about, I guess, like life lessons, like, commitment, discipline, the idea of like just staying committed, staying motivated. I think that it's going to be fun, and I have a lot more to say about it. I'm not going to go into it too much on the first episode, but when I bring in my friends on other episodes, I'm definitely going to be asking them a lot about their views on skateboarding, how it's changed their lives, and yeah. So with that being said, I'm going to wrap it up here. Thank you so much for tuning in. This wasn't the most exciting episode, but you get to know, more about me, more about my experience, and, the intentions of this podcast, and the types of videos and, episodes I'm going to create. So thank you so much for listening. Remember to follow the YouTube, the Spotify at L8r Sk8r podcast. Please share it with your friends. Share with, like, anyone. I would appreciate it a lot. And yeah, I'm looking forward to, like, what I'm going to be doing in the future. So I'll see you later.